I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what.
Hello, welcome to the spot. My name is Tiffany.
I'm Lawanda.
And I'm Ron.
And we are on with very special guests. We just had a wonderful interview with Anthony Fleming, who plays JP on Force. It was so awesome. He is so dope. And now we just want to get into a brief discussion about Force. Episode 5, Take Me Home. So let's just get right into it with our spotters.
All right, so one of the things I wanted to touch on was the last scene. The drive-by, so to speak, with Jannard. So I figured that's a good place to start.
Good point.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that he's actually one of my favorite characters in the show. And I think he's really intelligent. If people don't think of him that way, I do think he is. Yeah. Like street smarts is off the charts. I just feel like he's felt undermined by not only his brother coming back, but Tommy, because Tommy comes right in and he's like, hold up, I put in all this work and now my brother gets rank over me, somewhat. And then Tommy comes in and I'm like, I think that has him real shaken up, but he's starting to see the big picture, I think.
Okay.
So that's, I think.
Well, since you brought that up, I want to ask, because, if y'all saw our recap, we were debated, like, why did he do that? Was he trying to save Liliana? Or was he trying to shoot Tommy? Like, there's all types of theories out there saying that he was trying to use that opportunity to take out Tommy. But, I thought he was trying to save Liliana. I mean, what do y'all think?
Right.
He's coming for Tommy.
You think he was trying for Tommy?
I think he's coming for Tommy. I'm sorry, Monique, you about to say something.
No,
I put my hand up, but
I just jumped in there. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, Monique. Go ahead.
Got it. We were saying the same thing, really. I actually think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Tiffany, I'll be honest. At first, my first initial reaction was he was trying to save Liliana.
Right.
But then when I kind of saw y'all's review and some other people's reviews and like how the camera panned at the end and he was looking angry, I was like, wait a second, they're right. So for me, I think it's both. I think he was trying to save Liliana and also trying to get rid of Tommy.
You know what? I think you're right, because when I watched it again and I thought about the fact that he lost his boy, I lost my man trying to defend this dude.
Yeah.
And stuff. So it's very possible.
The reason I didn't think that he was really after Tommy because, Tommy, of course, didn't know what was going on. He was standing there, and if he really wanted to hit Tommy, I don't think he's that bad a shot. I think he would. Right. I think he would have gotten him because, it looked like he had some sort of Uzi or something to that effect. I know it does a lot of spraying, but if I would wanted to hit you, you'd have caught a bullet. Now, that being said, Liliana caught a bullet.
Right.
And by accident.
And he likes her.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I can't remember how close she was to Tommy.
She ran to Tommy.
She was next to him.
Okay.
Yeah, she ran over to him when he said, "Get down."
Okay. Was she with him at that point? Because I know
they were making the exchange.
Right.
When
I think Ron is right. I think he started shooting. When they started shooting, then Liliana ran over to Tommy.
Yeah, right. And that's why she caught that bullet in the upper shoulder. So I don't think, and two, as we know, Jannard likes that money. And knowing that CBI is going to get the, that 1 extra %, why would you really want to kill Tommy? And then what you've done in essence is killed your whole contract. So I couldn't make that analogy on its face. Now, go ahead, Luan.
And I'm kind of with you, Ron. Like, and and not that he can't be without contradictions, but if you're in the street, what you look like blaming Tommy because your boy died? He could die any day, y'all in street life. So
exactly, he signed up for that.
Yeah. They all did. So, you
did.
know, like they say, bullets don't have a name. So
That's
any
right.
one of them could have not come back from that.
Exactly.
True. They all took, like you said, they all took a risk in,
Sure.
you know, when they entered that that situation.
Exactly.
But
We'll see, though.
it feels like his anger towards Tommy is just more connected to his brother.
It is.
Because it seems like
Right.
he probably, of course, which is natural, he probably wanted him and his brother to kind of like just continue whatever, you know, their gang activity. But his brother seemed like he was, you know, on the good side coming out. And then Tommy comes in and he's like, oh, now you switch up with this white boy. So it just seems like his anger, or is his anger for Tommy clouding his judgment with the money side of things? Like, is that anger?
Well, Diamond did kind of smooth it over, you know, because when he sat down and actually talked to Jannard about what Tommy was doing,
Right.
and the money that they can make, you know, you saw that twinkle in Jannard's eyes. And I think he began to understand what Diamond understood about who Tommy really is. See, Jannard never really had an opportunity to really understand or study Tommy. He never really got that opportunity, but Diamond had been with him for a while, had spoken with him, and Diamond understands Tommy a little much better than Jannard does. So I think once Diamond sat him down and had him understand the plausibility of what they can do with this joint venture with Vic and Tommy, I think his sight became a little clearer about Tommy. It doesn't mean he likes him. I just think that forward anger he had about, you know, Tommy breaking he and his brother up was kind of smoothed over, because he can see the alliance working for him and his brother now.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's not like Diamond is trying to have Tommy as a friend, because that,
Right.
you know, his behavior is almost like it's good for business.
Exactly.
But when it comes down to it, trying to be loyal and be a backup for Tommy, Diamond doesn't seem like he's signing up for that. So it's not like the relationship with Jannard is threatened, because he's not trying to replace him in any way. This is strictly about business.
Agreed.
I will
Right.
say though, I think Jannard, although he's a little annoying in his ways, I think he's getting a bad rap because, you know, I try to see it from both angles. One could understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? He ran the business for 15 years. That's a long time to handle something and keep it afloat. And then now Diamond comes out and all of a sudden you're taking, I can understand how someone would feel a way about that. I get that. I don't like how he's going about it. I don't like that at all. But I think he has a right to feel a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does have a right to feel away.
He got a right to feel away. And I also think Diamond could handle it better, because your brother held it down 15 years. That's not an easy fleet. Like, that's not easy. That
Right. And especially when he had his own plans. Like, he was going to Brown, he had a scholarship and stuff.
Right.
And then even though I do think that he had a choice though, he made that choice. He still could have gone. Yeah, he had a choice. Like,
Yeah,
like I
always
said
have a
in one of
choice.
our recaps, how to put some money on his books.
I
And
I
been
remember-
done with it.
Always have a
do
choice.
remember you said it.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe a
think
hard
so.
choice.
Do we know I don't think so. I mean, do we not see how Diamond is coming up here and trying to take Ish? First of all, you know,
Diamond was in the big. What are you gonna do?
What's the parental background? Were the parents around? Was Diamond like a father figure? We don't know
He
what
was.
he
He did say he took care of him.
So I feel like it's unfair for us to assume that Jannard had a choice. I don't know if it's fair for us to say his character had a choice, knowing that he's younger brother, knowing that they had no parents around, knowing the strong influence that Diamond had.
That's a good
almost
point.
like a parent figure. I don't know if we can really say.
But Monique,
I don't know if he had a choice.
That's a good point.
When you turn down a scholarship for Brown to run an illegal drug business, you got choices. And I mean, because you have to understand, you have to ask yourself, you know, put yourself in those shoes. Me, a graduate from Brown, what that could do for me and my family. Now, I'm not going to make that mad money that I can make in the streets, but A, I'm safe. I'm making good money, probably because I'm a graduate of Brown. So he had choices. And the other thing I said in the show is that I have to assume that Jannard visited Diamond while he was in prison for 15 years. And you would think that conversation would have come up, because Jannard just assumed that, and you know, in any other crime show, it doesn't happen that way. When the head guy gets out of jail, he resumes his position. So for Jannard to think that just because his brother, just because he ran or kept the shop for 15 years, that his brother would give up his seat, that doesn't normally happen.
I think the issue is he thought when he came back that he and his brother would run it together, but Diamond is running with Tommy.
Well,
That's the issue.
That adds
He
another
thought-
layer.
he didn't doubt that Diamond would come back and want to get his spot back and stuff, but he at least thought that, okay, it's gonna be me and my brother. But now Diamond is talking about me, Tommy, and Vic.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like, wait a minute. I thought it was yesterday.
well, remember that fight that they had at the boxing ring? It was over crownship.
Yeah.
And not necessarily Tommy. So,
Right.
And that's what my point is about Jannard.
But the issue for him is Tommy.
Well, of course, because I'm sure, and what I hear you all saying is he might have gotten over the issue with his brother if Tommy wasn't in the picture. And I can say, yeah, I can.
I just don't think the first episode put him in a good light, you know?
Yeah.
Because that first meet up with them two druggies or whatever, he really didn't look like he knew what he was doing at all. Tommy really came in and read the room, and
that was just a bad deal.
He looked like that was his first deal, like completely. So him coming out and Diamond coming out of prison and being like, it's okay, so what happened, and he just had no control. He was getting kidnapped on the streets. He didn't look like a boss. He wasn't portrayed that way.
Yeah,
the latest few episodes,
corner boy. He came across to be as a corner boy mentality. Not like I'm heading up a drug organization. I'm used to be on these corners. That's what he was giving off. And
right.
Right.
And Tommy even saved his life too. Like you just brought up that deal. Tommy saved his life. That was number one. And then number two was when Tommy took care of that dude that made him sell those keys for Rojas.
Exactly.
So it's like he's seeing that Tommy is valuable, and Tommy, came through for him in pivotal times, but it's still that kind of parallel kind of frustration where it's like, dang, not only am I frustrated with my brother, the position that me and him are fighting for, but now Tommy comes and it's like, is all that work I put in, is that not being appreciated? So while he is kind of hot-headed and he is kind of frustrated, obviously you can see, I think he's fair and I think he knows. So going back to that last scene, I think that, I don't know, I might be giving him more credit than he should be getting, but I think that was like a solid move that he did. I think he did have the intention of potentially trying to save Liliana and like breaking up whatever they had going on over there. If Tommy would have got hit, he would have been collateral damage. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, then he got hit for real. Oh, I'm sorry about that, but it happened how it happened. So, and it helped Tommy out. So he came through. So I think he did. And I think he's seen how Tommy was loyal to Liliana. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, like, and everybody else backed out. Like, oh, that's your problem, Tommy. But so I think he does kind of, like what Ron said, it's like the big picture coming together for him.
Monique is busting at the seam.
I'm about to jump through this. My wheels turning now, Brandon. You bring up an excellent point. Now I have a question. Now going back, so when what's the brother's name? Jannard, when he pulled up to the shop and saw Diamond, right? And how Diamond didn't help. Now that you just said what you said, Brandon, do you think that once he realized, okay, Diamond's not really going to help Tommy, do you think Jannard actually intentionally went to help Tommy to ensure that the deal goes through?
Yes.
Because if there's a dead Tommy,
that might, and that's what I said.
That's the plan.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
That's what Ron is saying. Like,
you can't
Tommy no money. Right.
Exactly. And not only that, the only way to break up the Serbs in that situation is to spray them. And so, because he wasn't trying to hit anybody, as you saw, he just sprayed. And what did the Serbs do? They jumped in the car.
You never know who's gonna get hit though.
Well, you don't. But I'm saying, the only way you could do it, you're not going to go out there and take a 9mm and start shooting, because you're going to, that's suicide. But he sprayed the area, he sprayed it, and then as he took off, what did the Serbs do? They all jumped in the car and took off after him. So he knew what he was doing. And, the other thing about Diamond, and I mentioned it in an earlier show, because I didn't like the fact that when Tommy needed help in the beginning and Diamond said, you on your own, he showed himself again, sitting in the barbershop, all chill, and here's Jannard looking at him as if to say, bro, what you doing? Our boy needs help. And then he just looks at him and takes off. And so I had to give kudos to Jannard for understanding where they were. And while Diamond showed me again that, he may not be my back when I really need somebody on my 6. So
I'll say this: the one time that Diamond did show loyalty, when he first got snatched up in the first or second episode, and Tommy was with him, they gave him the opportunity when they said, "No, we're gonna leave him behind." And Diamond spoke up and was like, "No, he got to come with me. He came in with me. That's my will, man." So I thought that he was a stand-up dude then for doing that. Like, no, he's coming with me.
I agree. And I think, to be fair, I mean, him and Vic were like, to be fair, they just did a life-threatening plan. Like, the fact that they both came out, unscathed almost, is I feel like it was fair when they were like, "No, bro, we agreed to this. You're gonna have to save old girl on your own now." It's kind of like
she wasn't part of the plan.
She wasn't part of the plan. I think that's fair. I mean, Vic's right-hand man got killed. You know what I mean?
And so did he get killed. He got killed
what I
too.
said? I don't like I still don't like Liliana. And I
like Liliana.
I don't like her. And I don't like her. And look, she is a liability. I'm trying to tell you.
She is.
I mean, she has a liability.
She has shown herself to be nothing but a liability. Right. I mean, you don't have but one time to make a mistake in that business. Mm-hmm. And it's a mistake to have a freewheeler like Liliana in your covet. He's got to move. He's got to move now. He's got to move again, because the Serbs know where he is. He almost lost his life trying to save her. Good for Tommy, bad for business or mindset. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was Tommy, it'd be R.I.P. Liliana.
Old Tommy would have done it. I definitely think the writing, they're definitely trying to make Tommy a little bit smarter.
Yeah, they're making
him a little bit, I don't want to compare, but a little more.
He's being a little more ghost-like.
A little bit more ghost-like.
Yeah. He's thinking more. He's thinking more.
He's being less impulsive.
Okay,
he's really thinking more, and I have to give it credit. Now, I don't know if it's just the events that took place. He'd been through a lot, so I don't know if it's because of that. It's a new city for him. He is trying to play it safe. But
of course, Ghost. I mean, Ron is Team Ghost. He doesn't want to hear anybody compared to his beloved Ghost.
I love Ghost.
About Ghost. What I'm saying is, Serbs are killers, and you go up alone as the lone gunman trying to save Liliana. I mean,
stupid. You're right.
I'm talking about.
But Tommy always wore his heart on his sleeve.
And that's what I was going to say.
That's not
and that's what's true about Tommy.
That is a fool ready to die.
One thing.
Yeah.
Liliana doesn't serve a good purpose anymore. She doesn't serve a good What purpose?
I like that.
What does she serve?
She's a hitter, though. She's a hitter.
He is a hitter. And he needs a team. He does not have a team.
And that's what I think it is. I think he doesn't have anybody. He does not have a family anymore. He's in a new city. He doesn't trust anybody. Liliana is the only little bit piece of home, I guess, that he has. I guess at this point he trusts her. So it's kind. I don't know. I agree, Ron. It is stupid. You're right. I think the old Tommy would have been extra out, but I think he's desperate for somebody. Somebody, exactly. So I just think he's making dumb moves, like you said, hit with his heart, following his heart and not his mind. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I should have gave him a Snickers bar and let him think.
Oh my God.
I think she's a scientist though, man. You see how they had those.
Yeah,
she cut the product.
I mean,
she's
she's resourceful.
She is resourceful. She's resourceful. She don't listen.
She don't. But now Tommy is seeing that what Ghost went through when nobody listened to him.
Right.
So I think that's kind of he's seeing that now.
That's funny.
That's a good point, Brandon.
Do not leave. She got high. She took a bit of that stuff. You see how she threw her jacket over her shoulder and I'm out.
Forgot all about her rules.
Yeah.
I like that scene between the two of them though, when he was trying to get her to leave and everything. And she was like, "This is the only life I know." I think he kind of saw a lot of himself in there. Like she's loyal to the game. If I die, I die, kind of thing. And I think it really struck a chord with Tommy.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, then well, this is it. And like you said, at the end of the day, Tommy's loyal to a T. So if you're on his team, he's gonna ride for you and he's prepared to die.
That's true. That's true.
He wouldn't get out for Ghost, so he's not gonna get out for anyone. So
when she said that, it reminded me of what he said to Tariq when he had Tariq hanging over the
should have pushed
the building, and he was like, "You feel that?" He was like, "That's the game."
Yep.
You know, either falling or So that's when Liliana was saying it to him, like we chose this. I felt that's why he could relate to what she was saying.
Well, he actually said that line to Ghost in the season 6. I forget what episode, but when him and Ghost were being shot at,
he said, "This is the game."
Because Ghost was just kind of like, I'm done. Like, I want a new life. And this is after Lakeisha was killed, and he was like, "So you get to walk away and have this life. What about me? What do I get?" And they had their fight. And he was like, "I've been trying to get you out." And he kind of said the line that this is all I know. This is the, they had that kind of dynamic. So I think, like Nathan said, he saw himself in Liliana when she said that line.
Maybe I'm a Lone Ranger, but I'm not loyal to a tea. I'm loyal to a cup of coffee. And when that coffee gets cold, I'm pouring it out.
Well, I like that chemistry.
That's a good line. Write that down, Ron.
Right.
Who's gonna cut the product, Ron? Who's gonna
right?
I want this key. Who's gonna help me triple the
that's
profit?
true.
You can always,
he's Dolo. He
doesn't know how to do it.
You can always find. Look, remember now, he's already hooking up with Claudia.
You can't trust Claudia.
You can't trust her, but she's got a scientist with her. You can always find a scientist or somebody to
trust her. And the thing is, the thing on Luke.
Okay, but guys, what I'm saying is, if this were real. I mean, let's take it out of context for a minute. If this were a real event, okay, it'd have been no way in Sam's hell that he and Liliana would have made it out of that situation. And I'm just simply saying it's better for one to go than two.
But listen, you know why he's keeping Liliana? Because Liliana is also his connection to New York.
Got you.
He knows he can't go back to New York.
Yeah.
Liliana is also from New York, and she can't go back to she can't go back to New York either. So that is his only tie right now to New York.
How many fingers you see?
I can't stand him.
How many fingers you see now?
Goodbye.
Whatever.
What you're saying is
we're done with Ron. Anything else y'all want to talk about?
I do want to, the daddy, Vic's daddy. I want to get some understanding. He's now, in our interview that we just did, what was brought up was about the race relations. And this guy is showing you the epitome of what your life in terms of that here in the good old shot. Because he don't see it for nobody else unless they're Irish. That is it. The rest of that is a no. And I am just curious to see, because we know he on his last leg. We know he got some health problems. He on his last leg. What is he going to end up doing? Because it ain't no way in the world he don't know what Vic is trying to be out there doing. Now, he might not know about his daughter yet, but I'm trying to figure out what angle is he going to take, because he already done try to threaten. What is Vic's girlfriend name? The young lady?
Gloria.
You already done threatened Gloria already. And I had said in the comments, Gloria need to take that $2 million that what's her name? Claudia?
Yeah.
Her name is to get and just run because she know her life's in danger. I'm trying to figure out what angle Dad's trying to take here with his 2 kids that's running them up.
I think I saw in the trailer, it looked like he was shooting at somebody. So I don't know if he's gonna be shooting at Gloria or what, because I saw Gloria with the gun in the trailer too. You know, Gloria has been in the military, so she know how to use a gun as well. So I'm like, is he shooting at her? Like it wasn't clear who he was shooting at, but I'm wondering if he's gonna try to make a move on her.
You know, Walter is blind to the reality of what's going on, and it happens when you get old. You know, you get settled, and you don't want to see the reality of things. You think that your way, or is the way. It bothers me to see that he can't see the love his son has with Gloria. And to me, once in that scene where he struck his son in the face and then turn around and threaten Gloria, I'm thinking that some cyanide is going to show up bit by bit in this program, and it's going to be placed in his drink. And all of a sudden, he's just going to keel over, because Vic, I think, loves Gloria more than he loves his daddy right now.
Yeah.
And at the very least, he and his sister ought to get together and figure out what can we do with Dad and get him out of the way. Cyanide is always the best choice.
I'm not.
Right. I was going to say.
I mean, I won't be surprised if the son kills him. I will say that.
Or Claudia.
Possibly. Possibly.
Y'all gonna make me look at my daughter differently. What is wrong with these children killing their parents?
Right.
I know, right?
I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that story.
But that daddy is. Now, I have a question now. If the dad, I forget the dad's right-hand man.
Paulie,
the way he was able to follow Vic and them and take pictures, he's not following Vic when he running around with Tommy and stuff. He's not going to figure out that he's doing a side deal. If it was so easy to.
Well, listen, Simon is dead now. So, that's definitely going to have some blowback.
Well, and besides, Walter does know that Vic was trying to hook up with CBI. So he knows that, because remember when they had that big meeting and his son was trying to express to him that they needed to make that deal with CBI.
I'm saying now what he's doing is on the low. So I'm surprised the dad doesn't have somebody, the same guy that was taking the photos of him and old girl. I'm surprised. I guess only a matter of time until the dad finds out what's really going on with Vic, Tommy and Diamond.
And I think he has an idea.
Yeah.
I think he has I don't think he knows what the extent that Vic is involved. Like, I don't think that he knows that Vic took out 2 serves with headshots. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just think he knows that he's gonna go. So he's just wilding out right now. Like he's not listening to nobody's ideas. He ain't working with nobody that's, with brown skin, copper skin. We ain't trying to hear none of that. Like, he ain't trying to hear his son. He ain't trying to hear his daughter. He don't care about nothing. He's not thinking straight. He's gonna be dead in a minute.
Which is the point, which means he must have been following Gloria, tracking her rather than tracking Vic.
Okay.
Because if that's the case, it would make sense. Why? Because he should have eyes on Claudia too, watching what she's doing, unless he thinks that he doesn't have to worry about her.
Exactly.
He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't think that.
Hey, look, I'm not a fan of of children killing their parents, although we've seen it in Power, so it's nothing that is not new to them. But it is a strategic matter at hand, because the father is just so hell bent on doing things his way, and Claudia and Vic have their own thing that they're trying to move forward, and it's not going to happen with Big Walter in the seat. It's just not going to happen.
Well, Claudia got some other problems. She done had her first kill.
Yeah, she got a body.
Got her first
body.
So now the
I
middleman
think
is
she's
out.
gonna get Tommy. I think she's gonna ask Tommy to help her get rid of the
Me
body.
too, me too.
Mm.
And then again,
Yeah.
that's another thing they need. They do need a cleanup guy. They need a cleaner in this show.
She could ask Vic, unless she just doesn't want him to know, because that's not.
No,
that-
she
that's-
doesn't want Vic and them to know about the business period. So I don't think she's gonna ask Vic. I think she's gonna ask Tommy.
I agree, because
Yeah.
once a killer, you always a killer. So I don't think
We knew she had it in her. We
Oh
knew.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good old Maya. I mean, I've said it over. and over.
Mine.
What's that?
Her name is Mine.
My.
My.
Mine. Mine.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just saying they all
Oh,
write their own death certificates, and I'm getting a little sick of that. You don't smack Claudia and think you're gonna walk out.
Yeah.
If you are
Yeah,
gonna
she,
walk
yeah,
out,
she was.
and
Yeah.
if you are gonna walk out like this.
Yeah.
Walking up, yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
turn
she
your
turned her back.
You don't turn
She
your
thought
back.
she was safe because she was giving up the cookie jar. I don't know. She must have thought she was safe.
Yeah.
She saved me.
Oh, you got the cat.
So sorry.
It's all right. I mean,
He
look,
jumped up it happened so fast.
I wanted to make a cameo.
He wanted to make a cameo.
I think that's our cue.
Right.
I have one question though about JP,
Okay.
who we just interviewed. So the last episode, he was reviewing like the tapes, right, of himself and Tommy. That discovery that he had at the end, do you think that he's going to at all try to reach out to Kate in any way, shape, or
I
form?
think so. I think he's so curious about where he comes from and stuff. I think that is possible. I think he does, I think a lot of kids whose parents are not in their lives want to know, like, well, why didn't you want me? Why, So
Yeah.
I can see him reaching out to her.
I like Kate. I hope she shows up in Chicago. That would be hilarious. Kate.
Tommy would be so mad.
Yes.
And you know what? And she probably thinks Tommy is dead because they faked his death
Mhm.
and stuff. So I wonder if she would come to Chicago. Like would she come if JP reached out, or would something else happen? Like what about the
Her
grandmother? The grandmother is in the home and stuff. What if she passes away and then there's a funeral or something and that brings Kate to Chicago?
Right.
Good point. Good prediction.
So, I can see that. Do y'all think 2-Bit's gonna show up? 2-Bit?
Absolutely.
At some point, he got to.
I
But-
know.
Yeah.
He probably will. He probably will.
Yes.
He gonna need that muscle around that's dependable and that is loyal. Because right now, like Ron was saying, I don't know about that Diamond. I don't know about his loyalty.
You know what?
We know 2-Bits is all in. We know that.
Oh, he's down. He's
Yeah.
down for the cause.
I think Tubit will show up like in the finale. If
Mhm.
if he shows up this season, it'll be like the finale or something like that, and then be a cliffhanger type thing, and then he'll have a more dominant role probably in season 2. That's my
I do
prediction.
have a question. Do you think JP gonna get in? Since we know he got a dark side, he gonna join the
I don't know. What if
think he'll
JP doesn't make it through the season? I hope he makes it.
I
through the
think
season.
he will.
I
But
think
I
he
wonder if he
will.
gonna join the business.
I think JP is in some other kind of dark side of the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he
And
gambles or something.
if I were JP, I'd be asking, Mama, well, how many other brothers and sisters do I have? Temptations got a song talking about Papa was a Rolling Stone. Mama was a Rolling Stone too. So how many more?
I have a question. So, and I can say this because I lived in Atlanta for a little bit, right? And one of the things when you move to a new place, people always got questions about who you are and where you come from.
Mhm.
So I'm imagining the stakes are even higher when you're in illegal businesses, right?
Mhm.
And you have these people just dropping out the sky from New York, and people, I don't know if they're vetting them the way. I would think the people in the streets would be a little bit more paranoid, or maybe
And they
not.
usually are.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
You
what I'm
know,
thinking.
They usually are, because I know in the DMV area when folks came from New York, a lot of times they ain't like the folks from New York.
Most
They always vet them like, who is this?
Yeah.
And I
How
say
much
that
are our
when you say two bits show up, so that'll be a crew. So if that's the case, then you have Tommy, maybe Liliana if she's still alive, and then two bits. And so he's building part of his former crew mixing in, and you don't mix your old friends with your new friends.
I can see Two Bit and Jannard bumping heads. I can see them two not hitting it off.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because Two Bit always wanted to
gangsters.
have that second spot.
Yeah.
And and that, you're right, that's not a good mix.
Them two, because they both kind of explosive.
Yeah.
So the two of them,
Yeah.
ooh, that would be something.
It would be.
That would be crazy.
That would be.
Y'all listening, stars? We got the whole storyline now.
Yeah, we did. Look, we got some writers right here. Writers room, stars writers room. Anyway, I think that we had a great discussion. And I'm so happy that all of you joined us for our roundtable today and you got a chance to talk to Anthony Fleming III, aka JP. He was wonderful. I mean, we're just so grateful that he took the time out today to chat with us. So I think it's time to end the roundtable. Thank you, viewers, for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on social media. We're on all platforms: IG, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. And drop down in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. Click the notification bell so you can follow all of our videos that drop. And we're gonna call it a night.
Sounds like a plan.
All righty.
All right. Thank y'all.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the